So I think that it's worth noting at the beginning of this video that this video is done after a lot more drinks than last year's video. So I think everyone would agree with that. Fran?
No. I wouldn't, sorry.
Okay. So I have a couple of things to say about what I would like for myself for this year. So firstly, I think that the phrase which we've coined this evening, of make yourself happy. I think that's a very good life mantra to live by for this year. And that would be my goal to like acknowledge when you're just happy and just continue being happy when you are. No, it's just more like so sorry, I'm pushed ahead there. Allow me a minute more to think about this. Okay. So number 2 item for me is that I would tangibly like to run a half marathon this year. I would like to do that. Signed up for one. I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen mid-February this year, and so that's quite early on. I'm really going to do that.
Shall we come back to you for number 3?
Yeah.
Hello. So first of all, I'm rolling something over from last year. I think everyone always knew this is how it was going to be. The hosting thing. Got really prepared for it with a lot of skills, definitely. Yeah, but like I'm very committed. I'm very committed to it. So it's rolling over. It's tangible. I'm hosting. I'm going to host 3 events minimum, like 3 events in the first 6 months. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to host 3 events. Really hope this is going to happen.
Doesn't have a moment.
I'm moving to London. It's a new beginning for me, and definitely a key commitment for me is that work is not going to be something I talk about a lot. You're not going to hear about it very much.
You're going to go on the Hugh Gallants of the world.
Yeah, I hope so. It's going to be one avenue in my life. Won't talk about it very much. Things I'll talk about much more interesting and personal. Thirdly, I think I can do this, but it's going to be tough. I'm going to take a month off Facebook. You can deactivate your account, and so that when you come back up on it, everything's the same again. Possibly, Fran. That's a really good suggestion. Perhaps I'm going on Facebook for Lent. And fourthly, I'm going to jump on this half marathon bandwagon because I've pussyfooted around long enough.
But you don't like running. Make yourself happy.
But it's a sense of achievement. Like you get a high off the achievement and the drive for it and the fear of not doing it. So I'm going to run a half marathon in 2014. Francis.
Hi. Okay, 2014, I am going to record Malawi somehow, and I haven't decided whether it's tweet, blog, like written diary, but I'll let you know, but I'm going to record it. Number 2, I need to deal with like the teeth whitening issue. I won't put it on camera, but and number 3, do you know what? My mom said to me, she pulled me aside back at the house and she said, you have such lovely friends, mind them. And I'm going to actually mind you this year, guys, and I'm in Malawi, but you will absolutely
get you mind us all the time.
Guys, that's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
It's so Fran to keep it in her sleeve until she won't.
I'm going to mind you.
I'm just minding Fran with the teeth whitening things. Like, I don't know if that was captured on camera. I just minded her. I just handed her a teeth whitening strip.
Selfie.
2 things for this year. One is I'd like to move jobs. Because I just feel like at the moment my job is currently consuming too much of my thoughts, and I would like to move to something that doesn't allow me to live a bit more and be consumed by my thoughts a little less. The second one is that this year, more so than ever before, I've realised how ridiculously lucky I am and how everything just falls into place without a huge amount of effort, and how like life has just been handed to us on a plate.
I cut off half your head.
And I've never given back, and this year is the first year that I'm like going to give back, going to do something, going to help some other people, because we are so ridiculously lucky.
I'd like you to say a third thing, just keeping with tradition. Everyone else said 3 things.
Third thing is going to be, I'm going to do a half marathon, and also I'm going to continue doing the 3 gym classes a week, and just continue to live a healthy life and be a healthy person.
Can I have one more thing? Just the thing that I'm going to do
Your
is I am
lippy
going to
looks
move jobs.
fab.
And what looks fab?
Your lippy.
Oh, thank you. I thought you were going to say my hairline. But that's fine.
Noticeably longer than
Your
last year.
hairline looks great.
Thank you very much. what I would like to do is change jobs, but not just change jobs, like make myself happy within my job.
Which
like,
is basically the number one point you made earlier.
Yeah, but a tangible and measurable
everyone.
thing is to say that I would like to change jobs.
So am I stopping this and then we're doing...
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean for other people.
Does anyone else want to do a half marathon? Do you want to do a half marathon this year?
I'm going
Trying to go to Malawi, like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
like I definitely
Do you know what? I mean, if there was one, like there's great Ethiopia runs now, so maybe I'll start a 10k in
The
Malawi.
runners in Ethiopia, I would
Yeah, right, love. You're having a laugh.
We're going to go into our hopes for everyone else.
Left freak, say
You
shit.
know, I have to say, versus last year, when I feel like everyone was at sort of a place where they didn't really know exactly what was going to happen for next year. My wishes for everyone this year are more so to continued happiness, because I think everyone's so Aiden, I know that you disagree with me when I say that your move is not going to be difficult. Like, I just know this time next year you'll be like living in London, like loving your life, and just you'll be like, why would that happen in any way? And I just know that's going to happen. So excuse me my ignorance and just like brushing over your anxiety. Fran, and I mean that, so you should do that. You should just ignore me. Fran, what's his motto?
A prediction for everyone. I'm
We're
prepping.
okay, sorry. Fran, sure, like I'll see you there like October, November in Malawi. We don't know Fran's prediction because like we literally have no idea what she's facing into. To predict for Fran would be ridiculous. But I think for Fran she'll be fulfilling a goal in 2014, and for that I'm very pleased. Mark, like I say it every year, I'm gonna say it again, I think this is what's gonna happen, I'm really excited about your wedding. Am I going to be invited? I assume so.
Will you get the +1?
But I guess
Will Alex be invited?
I would like a
That's
+1.
like,
to be
you're
honest, yeah.
definitely invited to Mark's wedding, like, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
Thanks. Please give me a +1. That's all I'd say. And if you need any assistance with the wedding planning, like, it's my profession. I'm fine with it. Thank you very much for that time.
So I'm going to start with Fran immediately. Actually, Anne-Marie has overlapped quite a bit on the point I was going to make. In that, I actually cannot make a prediction for Fran because where she's going is so unknown to us. But I think a great strength of Fran's is Fran makes stuff work. So like whatever it's going to be, Fran will make it work. And so I can't make a specific prediction, but all I can say is it's going to be a success. Like it may be an initially difficult environment, but like Fran will make it work. So I think that Fran is going to come back really happy. Hopefully she does come back, and I think Fran will come back with some news. Fran come back with a change, I think. So Fran will have something new to talk about when she gets back, I think.
Like a man, maybe.
I just don't know, just something new.
Don't make any predictions unless
like Mark, glass half full all the time, like it can only be good. So I would say with Mark, keep expanding, and I actually think Mark has got a passion now for, maybe a little bit of philanthropy. So I think that's really exciting. Actually, I think Mark will do something good.
That begins right.
And pushing for Anne-Marie Gannon, I mean, like the sky's the limit. I mean, I think once a job change, why not? It'll definitely happen if she wants it. I know it's my old classic. And make yourself happy. Anne-Marie Gannon will. I know you want something tangible. I know we've got to nail something down.
Yeah.
Here, so I just have nothing.
Fine.
Should finish half marathon.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We'll be there with you.
If I decide to, I
If you're
will.
doing it, I'm doing it. Right? Okay, so thank you.
It's enrichment.
I'm going to go all tangible with Anne-Marie, and something just occurred to me. I don't think you're going to be like living in the same place next year as you are now, and I actually think, I'm not necessarily saying it won't be with those two girls, but I think there could be a third in addition, or it could be like with different people, but I don't think it's going to be because of falling out. I think it's just going to be like a new
We
living
always have to
situation.
qualify that again.
Just
There'll be a change, but I promise it won't be. British this time.
I think for Mark, I think Mark will be home next Christmas. I think Mark will have a new job within Google this time next year. I think he'll make that work.
Mark wants, yes.
And but also I did say to Kevin in New York, because Kevin gave us the whole like you guys are ridiculous speech, and I said, but actually so much of it is Mark's like openness, and he's just so willing to you know, it's about attitude. Like, you just have the right attitude, and therefore I think things fall right for you. You're not a hater.
You're not a hater.
Not a hater.
You know, but I got time for that.
I think as part of Aidan's hosting, he's going to like have a party piece. He's going to move on from the cooking, and he's going to like be like, I need either a poem, a joke, the cod prawn story, puts in the new, or a song. Like, I think Aidan's going to have a trick up his sleeve at the Triangular next year. I think he will. And I'd like to suggest an Irish song.
Can I report you?
For Gani, I've had the first taste of a stressful job this year, so I'm really optimistic about your moving to a job that does not consume your life. And I hope you do it sooner rather than later, because there's no point in wasting our best years of our lives in something that stresses you out. Aidan, I'm so happy to hear about you having a life that is also like a functional job life that allows you to enjoy a life that is also your job, and to figure out if that's what you want, and to combine a social life with a long-term life. I'm confident it will happen because
Fran is an
you're one of
English
the
person.
most friendly and likable people I know, and I think it'll happen. No doubt about it. Fran, I really hope, and this is a very selfish one, but I really hope you get Africa out of your system, because I don't want you living there forever, because I'd like you to come back. And be
Hell yeah! Ain't nobody got time for that.
I hope you have an amazing year, and I hope you come back, and I hope I have a lot of respect for what you do, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back in Europe at the end of the year.
Well, you know what I meant.
And that's me.
So,
One final closing message
Also-
from us all, actually. I just I hope for personal happiness for us all.
Can I also
Make yourself
add,
happy.
Anne-Marie knitted me this just when we're in the nursing home. Like, I think it's important to note.
it's fun.
I just say, same time, same place for the rest of our lives.
Oh, same time.
You know what? You did the 27th anyway.
Either way.
To the
Either way, it's
27th of December.
Fran, keep your friends. They're great.
Mind them.
Mind them.
As
Mind
another
them.
one.
Mind
And
them.
mind
Cheers.
them well.
Cheers.
Cheers. Good
Alright.
night, everybody.
Okay, now hang on a sec. Imagine if that didn't record.